Hello everybody, hope that you are very well and welcome to this live cryptocurrency technical analysis. Wow, it has been a very long time since I've done a YouTube live. I think it feels like it's been a good few months to be fair. So yeah, it's really nice to be here with you this evening. You might be wondering why. What made you change your mind and decide to do a YouTube live? And really simply, it was somebody asked. That was the reason. Today, I had the message inside the Champions group. I missed the Friday evening YouTube live streams. Are there any plans for these in the future? My reply, let me make your day better. Let's have one then. How about that? Here we are. We are here for a YouTube live stream. I really think the first one in a few months. So, yeah. With that said, let's go. I want to start off with a little bit of humor. And this is why I love the community. I had a post over on Twitter. I love Twitter now. It does make me laugh. There is only one guy smiling from my from his cryptocurrency feed. He is ready. Who is the guy? Making my reply is, spot the one guy who's made money on this drop. Here you go, big smile on my face. I like to see downwards moves in the cryptocurrency market. What can I say? Obviously, I am not a perma bear. I just am a guy that likes to make money. And there is a lot of money to be made when the price is going down. So it's not a disaster. It's not trouble. It's not devastating. It's opportunity. It's opportunity to make very large amounts of money and profit. And that's what we're here for today. I'm going to be talking you through my trades, helping you understand how I am making money on this downwards move and how you too can follow alongside me. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned. As always, hit that like button, hit the share. Let's have a good time. Let's talk about these short trades that I am in, right? So here you can see one of the trades that I'm currently in. This is off of my Chart Champions Trading Challenge account. And for me, this is a interesting trade and good scenario that I want to be covering. I'm, explaining to you all about this trade and how I've got into it. And, this is basically an account that I'm running. Obviously, you've seen from me the multi-million-dollar trades. And then people wanted to see me just start with a small account. And I started with a small $1,000 account. And here we are. One trade on that account. And it's going pretty well indeed so far, right? Short in the top of the move. But this is one. Just so you can see, putting my money where my mouth is, even though it's a small challenge account, but it's more relatable for you watching these videos. Well, that's what the people wanted to see, right? They did want to see that. So here we go. This is the trade that I'm going to be talking you through today. Explaining what I'm looking for next, the targets that I have for these higher term time frame swing trades, and exactly, really how to prepare yourself for what is about to come. So this is the trade I'm going to be talking you through. Currently short from around $25,300, $25,210 to be precise. This was after the swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern, back up at that $25,000 zone. On this trade overall, there's 5.9 realized Bitcoin profits. That comes in at around $118,000. This is realized though, moved off the account, and this account is now left with just $1,000 to trade with. And I'm going to build that up over time and, show you that it's possible trading multi-million dollars or, $1,000. I'll be able to build this up and show you exactly how I do that every step of the way. So if that sounds good, let's go. So yeah, I want to start off by here. Well, first of all, just saying, hope you're all well. It's good to be back and really getting you into the mindset. I will always say this, when it comes down to it at the end of the day, right? You always have to have these plans. If you want to jump in and start trading now, here we are at around $20,000. If you want to jump into a trade right now, then you have to. It's a requirement. You have to understand what has happened on the chart. Why? Because it's all about context. There are no two trades that are ever the same. So even if you are a profitable, good trader, well, you should understand this more than anybody. But as a beginner trader, you have to understand that even though we have good statistics, high win rates, we truly understand no two trades are ever the same. So if no two trades are ever the same, what can we do to start to, recognize if no two trades are ever the same? What differentiates trades then? Okay, it's the context. the context is always slightly different. Okay, so sometimes when we hit a CC Fibonacci level, we get a reaction. Other times we don't. Why? It will be based off the context of where we've just come from, the level and the strength of that reaction, and the confluence that we would have at current levels. So naturally, you need to understand, as we are here trading at around $20,000, just beneath it, you need to understand the context of where we've just came from, okay, the importance of that level, and then you can start to understand the context of what's happening and what we then will be looking at next. Okay, so it's that, kind of simple version when you think about it, but there's a lot of importance behind it, okay? And this, honestly, this level that we've rejected from here around $25,000 is a very big, important level. So I just want to remind you, I know I've already taught you through this, so I'm going to go through it fairly quickly. I just want to remind you of some of the things that we've rejected from. So of course, the swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern, SFP, okay? SFP stands for swing failure pattern. And that was on the 21st of February, that high was put in. So our current high, exactly $25,351 to be precise, on the 21st of February. So let me talk you through the context of why that was important. Okay, so we obviously had this bearish Elliott wave count. If you want to learn about Elliott waves, yes, the Elliott wave module is now live on chartchampions.com. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that one. That's finally started, all right? But anyway, moving back here, as always, if you've now watched that module, you always have the bullish count and you have the bearish count. This was my bearish Elliott wave count, where we were looking for the high to be put in. Have a guess. This was back in January. We were looking for the high to be put in on the 21st of February. So I called the 21st of February as a date to be aware of based off of Fibonacci time for the Elliott wave count to be taking effect for the bearish scenario. Okay, so how is this coming together? We have the top of our range. Okay, we have the top of our range. We then use Fibonacci time combined with Elliott waves to work out a acceptable date, e.g. the time of when that high will be put in of the X wave. I'd done my analysis and I came to the conclusion of the 21st of February. That is based off of the 1618 Fibonacci time pivot, okay, taken from my internal sub Elliott wave count. That then gave me the 21st of February to be aware of, okay. Closer to the time on the 19th of February, at the time I was short from a swing failure pattern of simply 25,200. But I was aware of this swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern. So take the high one more time to take out the early swing failure pattern traders. I myself did short that, but I was aware of one more rise to the upside, had my alert set $25,300. Why? There's a few factors. First is swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern. Take out the early shorts that have come in. Okay, because this was an easy short. I think everybody pretty much took that short. And so my idea was take out that high one more time. On top of that, it's also remembering, well, we have that 21st of February, pivot of the Fibonacci time of when this high should be put in. So putting it actually that high, a few days earlier, around the 16th, didn't make so much sense, right? So it made more sense to take the high one more time, hit our Fibonacci time pivot, and then get the bigger retracement underway. Okay, so I'm building you through this context. I hope you're paying attention, because there's a lot to know here. I know some of you already know this, I'm repeating myself, but guess what? Repeating myself here is gonna really force it into your brain so you don't forget this, and you are gonna naturally do this in your analysis. Repetition is the course of success. You have to repeat, you have to do the same skills every single day if you really want to lock it into your brain and make sure you successfully do this each time. So what are you remembering here? You're remembering use Elliott wave counts, you're remembering use Fibonacci time, you're remembering swing failure patterns and take out early short trades. Okay, then what happened on the 21st of February? Like we were looking and expecting, we got the swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern. The alert that I had ready and set got activated. I alerted my team 1 minute within, you can be precise, 50 seconds, alerting my team that we have now seen the swing failure pattern of the swing failure pattern. That is the short trade entry off of the top of the range on the 21st of February, off of our alerts being triggered and getting the swing failure pattern SFB. That is one of the easiest shorts of the past month. We're ready, we're planned, we're taking that. That is now our potential big higher term time frame short trade. that swing trade is obviously now coming out very nicely to fruition. Okay, so I've emphasized quite a lot there about the importance of a few things that I just want you to remind and record down in front of you. If you're taking notes, please take a note right now. Fibonacci time, so important. But how do we use Fibonacci time successfully? We use it with Elliott waves. You start to use Fibonacci with Elliott waves and you become like, like what you could say, maybe your mind is blown that somebody can be predicting this before it's happened, a month in advance, the exact day of a high being put in, to having the alerts triggered and acknowledging the short trade within minutes. Okay, you know, that's based off of Fibonacci time and Elliott waves. Okay, then we're starting to understand the range that we've been in. Okay, from here we can simply start marking out pivot highs and pivot lows. So pivot highs and pivot lows. Then we have to start to understand how are we formulating our trade idea. So we have to understand before we've taken that trade, is this a scalp trade? Is this a day trade? Or is this a potential swing trade? I made this extremely transparent and clear to my group in the champions that when I took that short at $25,000, this for me was always a potential swing trade. I locked in an extremely small amount of profit for take profit one, being only 5%, because I knew I wanted to take an extreme small amount of profit because this for me is the potential swing. This is it. This is $25,000. It's the top of the range. I really felt if we break out of this range, we'll be heading to $30,000. So for me, this was such a key level. It was, okay, if we break out here, we're going to $30,000. So this is the last time an opportunity to get this short position, because if we break out, there's a big rise to come. So this is, in terms of that, like the last level of resistance that is worth shorting. And so when it all lined together with the Fibonacci time, the pivots, the swing failure pattern, we take the trade. And then it has the potential of that short swing trade. And then it comes down very nicely indeed. And well, here we are today, you know, sat in nice amount of profits. This is 20% profits, as you can see, from a $1,000 position, currently sat in unrealized profits of $200. Okay. Again, the realized is around $120,000 profit, but you know, this is obviously a trade that I've taken and now took that off the account. By the way, I'm not going to be trading with that money anymore. It's off the account. But anyway, moving on. I don't want to bore you too much talking about that. So, you know, let's just play devil's advocate. You know, you aren't in the group, or even if you are, some people still will have missed that trade, right? Not everybody's awake to take those type of trades. And if they aren't, fair enough, right? This was 8:30 in the morning UK time. So if you potentially miss that trade, you have to then wait for the next best opportunity. Of course, at this moment in time, while you're still trading sideways here, there is still the potential of, you know, really simply coming back up again above the highs and stopping out that trade. This is always a possibility that we have to be aware of. Just because we get into a really nice trade, we can be wrong on that trade and price can come up. So you still can be prepared for long and short opportunities, and especially as a day trader or a scalp trader, there's been many long opportunities on the way down here. I'm currently not in any longs, by the way, but that's not to say there hasn't been longs to be had on this downwards move. There's several bounces here that you can see. So there's longs to be had, but you have to recognize whether they're a scalp or a short trade once again before you take that trade. Okay, then, you know, we of course, I just want to let you know we are going to be covering what's happening next. I'm explaining this price action, so you're gathering the context, okay, and also educating you, right? I can talk about this, so showing you what I was looking at before it happened. That's the key thing. Before this happened, I was looking at it. You can get into my brain and really start to educate yourself so you can start to implement this yourself when it comes around next time, because there's always a next time in trading. There's always a next time. Okay, so if you missed this $25,000 short, well, the next best opportunity was based off of this eagle pivot. Okay, in my opinion, this was a scalp trader's trade. This may be the wrong words of saying the next best opportunity, but this was the next opportunity that we had, okay, in terms of a scalp trader. Okay, basically what you had lining up here was 22,590 being an Igor session NPOC. Okay, so 22,590. This is a level that you can be aware of for the day and scalp traders. Okay, this is obviously a short trade setup in terms of your internal range. Well, you can see how this one played out. We obviously come up and we hit that one to the exact dollar, and it gave us our move to the downside. I'm not going to spend too much more time explaining that one. I've already talked about it, but that was an exact dollar high off of the Eagle session that I gave. Anyway, moving on. That then brings us down to this section of the chart, which I want to spend a little bit more time on because I haven't talked about it yet. Well, publicly, obviously, I have in the group, but was when we were trading around the NPOC and the weekly level, okay? So this is where it starts to come into really big territory of weakness. But nevertheless, what happened prior to this? So in this section of the chart here, before this big move to the downside, what happened? Okay, we were given a bearish harmonic target. So we had just seen a swing failure pattern of the range low, mini range low. So this again is an acceptable long trade. And what happened? We moved up to the CC on the trend line and we rejected from it. I'm then giving my team, I just want to show you so you can see there's no delay on this. This is a screenshot from 1:14 p.m. UK time, posted in the group 1:15 p.m. UK time. No delay here. You can see I posted in my group this bearish harmonic pattern where I'm looking for a move down on C before the rise on D. This is a bearish harmonic, so we should hit D and head down. Okay. How does this play out? Well, I'll show you, I'll show you, my friends. Look at the precision on this C as we come down and we take C perfectly. And then we're obviously looking for the rise to D, which for me was above these highs here to around 22K. And then obviously hitting D and heading back down again. So here was the screenshot in my group that I posted, the setup that we're looking at of the harmonic. That was C hitting to the dollar. That was then a lovely rise up for D, taking out these highs, quicker than expected nevertheless, but does give us our acceptable D. And then what we're looking for, well, the decline in price. And of course, this actually declined even further and expanded down a lot quicker. Okay, so as you can see, we're seeing this each step of the way. Okay, harmonic target hit, it should drop next. As you can see, it's all in the charts. Harmonic target hit, and we really did get a lovely drop to the downside. Okay, then you can see for me, no long's going to remain short. Simple as that. Okay, that was at 4 a.m. Yes, I'm giving 4 a.m. updates, 4 a.m. UK time. Coming in and telling my team, yeah, we're down now trading around this NPOC and weekly. I'm going to take no longs. I'm going to remain short. And inside of that daily update, after we had that lovely pivots play out, I done a daily update, right? Daily live stream updates. And I told my team inside of this daily update, while we were trading at the weekly and the NPOC down here, I told them I am not going to take the long from here. I'm actually expecting, or would prefer, another drop to the downside. Okay, where we had, of course, a lot of levels marked out around $21,000, where my words were, I really think that we will drop straight through this. To a lot of people, this looks like a big support zone. In my opinion, though, we are going to be dropping straight through that zone. Take a lot of caution and a lot of care. I gave extreme, caution to the wind that you have to be taking a lot of care of. I made it clear I'm not longing here. I'm expecting and wanting to see lower. And I really think you've got to be taking a lot of caution on the levels that are marked around 21K because I expect them to go through like butter. And okay, that was my daily live stream update that you get every day from myself and Eagle, right? And even posted on Twitter. I knew it was an important step. I knew it was an important time. And obviously, I've stopped all the clickbaiting, right? I've stopped clickbaiting. I'm just being, more professional in that regards. And I thought, well, I need to help some people that aren't in the group on Twitter. And that's why I even told you before, please look at the time of this post, 9:30 a.m. yesterday, before this massive drop to the downside, while we're trading at the weekly and the NPOC, which I knew people would have been expecting to be holding as support. I told you, I am not going to take a long at Bitcoin current prices, and I want more of a drop to come. So I not only gave the call, of course, first in my group, but I'm telling you for free on Twitter, I am not going to long at this weekly. At this NPOC, I want more of a drop to come. Okay, simple as that. So you can see these were then we broke through the weekly, we broke through the NPOC, we started to come to $21,000. It's like I say here, I really hope I saved many of you jumping into bad long trades. Exactly as I said in yesterday's morning trading update. I thought, wow, many people are going to be thinking there is so much support at $21,000. Look at all of those support levels. And it got broken through like butter. Okay, bears took complete control. What a great job. I will remain short and chill. No interest in longs still. Okay. you know, and now this is where it starts to move, and this is where we're going to start off look what's happening now, by the way. So I've talked enough about the past. We're going to now start to look at what's happening into the future. But for me, I just want to emphasize something very greatly, okay? You can understand how I'm using technical analysis tools, such as Fibonacci time, Elliott waves, swing failure patterns, charting tools, right? I'm using technical analysis, okay, to understand the current market, to understand the best trade entries. This is in front of your eyes. You can see the evidence of how we are able to extract a lot of money and profits from this market. Everything I teach, every trade I talk about, I put my money where my mouth is every single time. I am not scared. I'm not fearful. I just take my trades and execute. Okay, the results are in front of your eyes of what's possible. And for me, I've done this, I took this trade based off a technical analysis, and now I want to explain one massive important factor to you, that this is what separates the average to the best. This is what separates a contender from a champion, right? This is how you get to the next level. And it truly is this what I'm going to share with you right now. It is this, ladies and gentlemen. It is reading market, context, and psychology. Understand, please understand my words here. While we were still trading at the weekly level, okay, while we're still trading at the weekly level, which was, of course, up and around 22, 21,600, 21,700. I've told my team, we have a lot of support levels marked out. There are support levels here. There are support levels all the way down here. We actually had a lot of NPOCs and a lot of a weekly level. We had daily levels. We had naked point of controls. And I've come to my team and I've told them, even though we have all this support, my thought process is this, based off of market psychology and reading it. I've been doing this 12, almost 13 years I've been trading. And that's how I'm able to see what's the majority of people going to think when it hits $21,000, $20,500. They're going to be looking for the long trades. They're going to be looking for the longs. And that is why I personally think the market makers are going to take control. The bears are going to take control, so to speak, and push it straight through that. It will go down through like butter. And I challenge and ask this, anybody else in the world that was along that sort of thought process that sees that stacked support below them and thinks, oh yeah, price is just going to go straight through it. I've been saying that for a long time in my Champions live streams. From when we get to $21,000, I expect it to go through like butter. This looks like a strong support, but I really don't expect it to be. Take a lot of caution if we reach there. Do not be looking for longs. I'm not going to be, because I really feel there's a lot of weakness. You know, if you get a reaction, so be it. But, you know, I really was not expecting that to be the case. That's like people say here. Looks like listening to those daily update trading streams is the equivalent of having a crystal ball for trading. Luckily, you can have your own fortune teller and tell your own fortune along with some expert, tips at the same time. Champions, happy trading. So yeah, that would be like the tips that I would give you as I now want to talk about my next targets and trades. So I'll just review one more time in a summary. You know, we're using Elliott waves, Fibonacci time, chart patterns such as swing failure patterns. We had the EOR session, which gave us our high here. So we're using advanced order flow methods along with this. Okay, then it comes on to harmonics. We also had the harmonic here, which was just like perfect and timed the exact high before the drop to the weekly. It's then when we're trading at the weekly, right? Even while we were trading that weekly, we had bullish CVD divergences. So while I was making this live stream for the members, okay, going over my daily update, live in the time we had bullish divergences. And I even said to my team, I'm expecting these bullish divergences to be leading. We're going to go down through these levels. So we have a lot of people that are really going to think, oh yeah, the weekly and the NPOC are holding. We've got bullish divergences. And I'm telling my team live in the time, no, this is going to be leading. We're going to be going down lower. It's just all about that paying attention. Just like I say here, this morning there was bullish CVD. As I said, they will be leading. We'll make another low. Anyone trading off the bullish CVD got stopped out, right? So it's like reading this market psychology, understanding the levels, reading the reaction, understanding that it is a weak reaction, understanding at $21,000, everybody is looking for that as the long trade because there's a lot of support, right? While bigger market makers can take over this, push price down, and essentially squeeze out those kind of smaller or inexperienced traders. Good old Bitcoin, good old EOR, also with those short trades from the high, right? When you truly know what you're doing, It's a walk in the park at times. It really is. It just requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of patience. What can I say? So, all right, that's enough of talking about all this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add on some new levels. I'm going to explain exactly what we're looking at next, okay? So I'm going to add back on some higher term time frame levels, some naked pointer controls, and our local volume, okay? From within here, what we have is our bigger range with our levels marked out, okay? You can kind of see where we are at the moment is almost referred to as like this no man's land. I refer to this as no man's land because you're not really at an area of massive support, neither massive resistance. It's like you've just seen an extreme move to the downside. You're now forming a range. So it's very unlikely. For me, this is like where I would just class this as a difficult trade. Why? Because you're not really at any significant levels. You are at a kind of a medium-term time frame CC. So it's like one of these scenarios where, yeah, if we bounce from here, so be it. I can understand why, and I'll just show you this right now. We can pull this CC Fibonacci from the low down here to the high, and we're in this CC, right, which is a nice Fibonacci retracement level. But it's one of these levels, yeah, if we bounce from it, so be it. I just will not take the trade and I'll miss it, right? I'm not bothered if I miss this long trade. Because for me, there's not enough confluence to be looking for the long right now, okay? So what would I expect then? Well, I'd expect more of a sideways range to be put in here. Okay, so for me, I'm looking basically looking and expecting this sideways range where we have an internal range high and an internal range low. Of course, this is our bigger internal range. Let me just add this back on and hide this one. So this is our smaller internal range that we have. We can see this is really coming in from around 20,500 to 19,500. So we have like a $1,000 range to be trading here. Within this $1,000 range, of course, we can be looking at our order flow, which I can load up, seeing as we are on stream, right? And take a look at this. So we'll be, reading the order flow. Again, you can use Atos, you can use Exo charts. It's kind of whatever you want to use. They're essentially the same software. So this is down to personal preference. I'm going to load up Exo charts here, but if you want to use Atos, be my guest. And what we're looking at here then is our internal trading range, okay, on a smaller term time frame. And it's kind of a scenario like this. If we break this smaller range to the upside, then yes, what you're going to be looking for is to fill some of the single prints that have formed here and actually look for this kind of inefficiency to be filled and move back up to around 21,700, okay, 21,600. This would be essentially a bullish scenario where we come in, maybe we get another swing failure pattern of the range low and we actually hold this range high as support, and then we could be looking for a short squeeze to the upside, right? So for me, this is a scenario, as always, like when trading Elliott waves. When you're doing Elliott waves, you have a bullish and a bearish count. You only trade one of them. Okay, you don't trade both of them at the same time, but you're aware of the bullish and a bearish scenario. So on the internal range, what you have to be remembering is if we break out of this, well, for me, there's not really a lot of shorts to be had in this section. I'd be waiting for a bigger squeeze, right? And likewise, if we break the range low, well then our levels below us would be the POC to the MPOC down here. Okay, so that's really from 19,300 to 19,123. Okay, so just as if we could break the range high and hold it as support, we can also be aware of things such as swing failure pattern of the range low. So just as we got the short trade set up from a swing failure pattern of the range high, simple swing failure pattern, right? Well, we can be aware of that same theory, but on a smaller term time frame. Okay, so it's the same theory, it's just coming down to time framing, understanding what we trade on a daily time frame. You can trade on a 1 minute time frame. It's the same theory, it's the same triggers to enter the trade. It's just you take more trades and a lot quicker. It's kind of as simple as that. It's the same theory. It's just bam, 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 bam. You're taking those trades a lot quicker. The movement is a lot faster. But the theory is the same. And that's the beauty of technical analysis, right? You learn to trade Bitcoin. Well, you can trade the stock market. You can trade commodities. You can trade Forex. You learn to trade on a 1 day time frame. Well, if you have the skill set, you can use that and can, transfer it over to 1 minute time frame. You can be the exact trader you want to be, a scalp trader, a day trader. You can be trading crypto. You can be trading Forex, stock market. It doesn't matter. The skills that you learn are interchangeable across every market. okay, on every time frame. So that's the beauty of the game. So yeah, for me, it's one factor then that I always will say is extremely important. And I really think that this is one of the main reasons why people lose money. Why do people lose so much money in trading? Well, factor number one, they don't have the education required to understand the markets. Factor number two, even if they might have that education, they lack discipline and they lack patience. A lot of the time in trading, I am not actually taking a trade. I am analyzing and I'm getting ready for my next level to be hit. Like right now, I do not have a trade entry. So I remain patient for the range high, for the range low. Okay, I'm not going to trade the middle of this range. For me, that does not provide a good trade entry. Okay, you can see how, if you don't have discipline, well, you might enter a trade now and then wonder why you're taking bad risk to reward trades and just getting stopped out too many times. Well, you lack the discipline to have the patience to wait for a good trade entry. For me, good trade entries are at significant levels. Okay, another major factor why people lose money are their emotions get the better of them. I talk about a trade entry. I talk about the trade setup ahead of time. It happens. Well, some people alongside me are entering their trades, wanting the dump. Some people are sat there frozen, scared, unable to take the trade. Why? Because they just simply still don't have the confidence. Luckily, that is something that you do build with time, but a lot of people, even when it's right in front of them confirmed, they're still going to lack that confidence to take the trade. And that is something that we're obviously going to be working on within Chart Champions, and helping you out overcome those psychological and emotional barriers, because it is truly a problem, right? But, this is obviously a good thing about taking on the new coaches. You now have myself, you have Rivalry, you have Severin, you of course have the legend himself, Igor. So you now have 4 coaches who I can guarantee you are making real money in their own trades. They are all capable full-time traders that are extracting money from this market, right? And that is the beauty of this, that anybody can commentate the markets and tell you where the next level are and where they're coming. And I can tell you this from experience and a fact. Very few people that can commentate the markets can actually execute trades and make money. Now, I know personally in which category these people will be. Okay, I will verify and I will only work alongside members of CC Pool and the coaches who are actually making money trading. Why? Because I want to create real trust. Okay, we made a lot of changes in Chart Champions, and I can tell you now, they are positive changes. We have got in new coaches who are very skilled at what they do, who are actually making a lot of money trading. And for me, I don't need to do this, but it's kind of like I made these changes to inspire confidence and trust in you, the viewer. It's very important for me to hold myself integral and, transparent in that regards. I, maybe have neglected that in the past, and now it's not going to happen again. Coaches will be very skilled at their profession. They aren't just going to be commentating the market. They will be trading it. They will be making money. And of course, posting their evidence, so to speak, alongside me in the group. Okay, we're going to be taking trades. We're going to be making money. And if you want to ever verify this, you can come over into the group. You can check through the coaches' channels. Okay, you're going to be able to see their entries. You're going to be able to see their analysis. You can see their trade recaps. For instance, Severin here, look at this. What a beast this guy is. This is his day of trading. He's then come over here and recorded it, gone through his trades, giving you the examples. Also the same with Rivalry. This guy is a beast that is all day coming in here, showing you his profits, showing you his trades, explaining why he's taking them. Obviously, he's now got his live streams as well. So you got myself, Severin making bank, Rivalry making bank, and of course, Igor, look at this, have a guess, also making bank, also making profits. Why is that important? Well, I truly believe that it's very important that we have a transparent community, but also, there's a lot of trust generated, that you can now truly believe and trust that those teaching you are actually taking the trades. And I really believe that's a very positive change that we have made here at Chart Champions, and the community can back me up on that. I really believe so. I will say this: if you are a champion, give a shout out, say hello. I wonder how many watching this right now are champions and how many are spectators or contenders. If you are a champion, give a hello in the chat. Let me know how much has Chart Champions improved over the past, well, from year to even 3 months, right, this year. So yeah, let me know. Let your voice be heard by everybody watching this. I have around 1,000 viewers in this stream right now. So yeah, let your voice be heard. Has our changes been positive? Do you enjoy the new daily live stream updates where we give setups directly to you in the day, myself and Igor? You know, more transparency, showing you realized profit and loss, talking you through each step of the way. Finally releasing Elliott waves. You know, we've made a lot of changes and I really do believe a lot of people are very happy with them. So yeah, let's say give us a hello. Let us know whether you're liking the changes. As you can see, a lot of comments coming in here. We do have a lot of champs watching this right now. Are chart champions planning to help people overcome psychological barriers, Daniel? Absolutely, yes. Also, Rivalry is going to be a very key part of this. Rivalry has, of course, started his live streams weekly. And yeah, he's going to be a very big help for you, I'm sure, in terms of the psychological and moving from that analyst to a trader. Oh, wow, look at this. We just got 18 months supporting the #1. A new person coming in here, a new supporter. Wow, that's brilliant. Hello, it is incredible now. 2 weeks champions and absolutely loving it. The best technical analysis, setups and analysis I've ever seen. This month was fire. Best ever pool. Yes, Rivalry and Severin are both great. CC just keeps getting better and better. Content is gold. I mean, you can see for yourself from the comments, you know, people truly are loving what we are doing. We've made a lot of changes and a lot of people that left. And obviously we went through hard times. We went through bad times. We made the changes and well, to be expected, people are coming back to the best. There can be people that want to be wannabes, but you know, you can't really replace us. We are here to stay, CC Paul. But yeah, so if you have any questions, let us know. Love you, boss. CC Paul is the best in the space. Thank you, mate. I love you too. As soon as you say you're in no long, Bitcoin drops. This is a common occurrence, my friend. There is a lot of correlation between what I say and then what Bitcoin happens to do. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to take a few questions. My main aim of this video was to talk you through the context of where we are. Okay, I've talked you through that by explaining the setups, how I entered these trades, how I then managed these trades each step of the way from the swing failure patterns to getting into, you know, the harmonic trade setups. Okay, talking you through CC, or then after rejecting from that CC, you know, I've recognized the harmonic, the high. Once we hit the harmonic high, understanding it should drop next. What did it do? It dropped next. We came down to the weekly. As soon as we hit the weekly, you know, I'm telling, well, even for free on Twitter, I gave this away. I explained why I'm not longing at the weekly. I'm not longing at that naked point of control. I want to see more of a drop to come. How then we came down to around $21,000, $20,500, which many people, you know, really good support, right? There's a lot of good technical levels here. No, I expected that to go through like butter, and through like butter it did. You know, I've explained my thought process. I've explained how I'm reading the market, how I'm trading the market. I've then even gone on to explain what I'm looking at here locally, how we have a little internal small range to be trading here, how if we are patient, we can wait for the smaller range swing failure pattern, higher range swing failure pattern. If we do get the breakdown, our next levels to be aware of to the downside and our next levels to be aware of to the upside. And I know a lot of people are going to, you know, a lot of people may be the wrong words, but I know some people are going to be, oh, Daniel, you're telling us Bitcoin can go up or Bitcoin can go down. That is absolutely what I'm telling you. Bitcoin can go up or Bitcoin can go down, my friends. Absolutely it can. But that doesn't mean we cannot profit from that. What that means is if it goes up, we can look for short trades. If it goes down, we can look for long trades. We are prepared for both scenarios because all we care about is making profits. Okay, it's not about being right. It's not about being wrong. It's about coming into the market, executing a trade and taking money away from the market, right? Okay, and how can we do that? It's by being prepared for our levels to the upside in case we see a rise. And it's being prepared for our levels to the downside in case we see a drop. And then when that drop or rise happens, we are prepared, ready, and executing. Okay, how can we help with that? We're monitoring our order flow. So we'll come over here, look at some TPO charts, look at our Igor sessions, look at the order flow, start to look at here, you know, understand what's going on live in the time as we hit that level, make an informed decision, yeah? And then that's how we start to get these good win rates. And then, you know, combine that with market psychology. Well, what can I say? That's what brings you up to the level of traders you see inside Chart Champions. So I will take a few of these questions. So let's see what we got in here. This is a good comment by Richard Champion. CC pool has improved a lot. Someone who left the group a year ago wouldn't recognize it now. I totally agree. It's gone from like this meme, bit of a toxic. I will admit Chart Champions was a bit toxic a year ago, right? To a very professional environment. I'm very proud of our changes. Changes have been amazing. Looking forward to seeing more in the future. We will never become complacent or stop. Tell you that. Joining CC Pool was the best decision ever. Up the trading 100%. I want to take some questions here, though. Let me try and read through and find one. Is there a way to use the CC journal even if I'm a spectator? So no, unfortunately, the journal that we've made on the website, this is only for champions and contenders. But yeah, we have, we have added a journal to the website. This is so you can track your trades and, plan out your trades better. But this is only for contenders and champions. Let's see if I've got any actual questions in here about trades. You guys need to start asking some questions. We've got a lot of really good comments. Contender since 1 year. We'll be champions soon. Cheers, Daniel. You are the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Just joined the live. I want to take some questions. Well, if we don't have any questions, I guess I could just start to wrap it up. Okay, so here we are getting some questions come in here now. Hi, mate. I was wondering, have you been struggling with being front run by a few cents scalping in the start of your trading career? So yeah, well, this is a good question. I guess we could go fairly deep on this. Like, have we been struggling? Have I ever struggled with levels being front run? Of course, this is a thing that can happen. Essentially, you're looking for a level, and that level will, price, let's say it's $20,000 exactly. Price comes down to $20,005 and then bounces. And you're thinking, oh, I got front run, I missed the trade. First of all, I will always say this. If you miss a trade, it doesn't matter. If you miss a trade, you don't lose any money. Missing a trade is fine. So if a level does get front run and you miss the trade, so be it, right? It just is one of those things. It sometimes happens and, it's really not a problem. Let's say it's happened consistently to you. You might just have your levels incorrect. Or what you could do is start to adjust your strategy. You could start to look for laddered entries. So instead of entering at one exact level, maybe look to ladder in that entry. Maybe take 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. Ladder it slightly above, ladder it slightly below your entry point. That way, if it does front run, or maybe you still get 50% of your trade filled. If it goes slightly through the level, you get 100% filled with a little bit of a lower entry. So laddering entries is a good tactic that you could use if you want to preset orders and you see yourself getting front run a lot. That would be my sort of tip for that. Of course, no financial advice in this video. See if we have. Do you not have a larger glass to drink from? This is a pint glass. So somebody says, do I still have my $69,000 short open? The answer to that is yes. I still have my $69,000 short. Of course, I closed shorts from $52,000 and I closed a short from $48,000, but that was while we were at 17K, right? And from 17K, we rose to $25,000. And from $25,000, I have taken more short trades. This is, this was from this was back on the 3rd of March explaining this. Short from 25,000 on Bitcoin, still hold my shorts on things like Tezos, still hold shorts on Atom, still hold shorts on DOT. So, I still have short from $69,000. I closed 47. I closed $52,000 short positions. Well, we're at 17K, we rose to 25K. Well, I shorted, this is my main account, by the way. This that you see here is just a challenge account. This entry on the challenge account slightly worse, but it's because I take the trade. I'm not going to take the trade first on this account. But the entry here, 22,210 on the main account. The entry slightly better at 25,220. But yeah, still in those short positions to answer that question. Let's see what else we got in here. Somebody said, Daniel, did you not have a bullish Elliott wave target that saw price going to $30,000, $40,000? And that answer is also yes. As mentioned before, I will have bullish and bearish Elliott wave counts. So you can even see here, like high term time frame, bearish Elliott wave count, bullish Elliott wave count. So I have both Elliott wave counts. Again, this is very important that you understand in Elliott waves, you have to have two counts. And so, yes, I was aware of a scenario where we hit $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, right? Of course, I'm aware of that scenario. I'm planned for that scenario, but I'm also planned for the bearish scenario. So I'm planned for both. So what does that mean? It means if we had broke out of this range, I would have looked for $30,000 and followed the bullish count. But what happened? We got a swing failure pattern off the top of the range, which is the bearish count. Thus, I take the short trade because we got a swing failure pattern, which is based off of the bearish count, top of the range swing failure pattern. So you can start to see here how I have two counts readily available to myself, a bullish and a bearish count. From that bearish count, I knew the high would be put in on the 21st of February. On a 21st of February. So we had, as you can see, with this the 23rd, and now we have the 21st. So you know, you can tell me very clearly talking about the 21st of February. Then on the 19th of February, I'm still aware of the 21st of February. 21st of February comes, I take the short trade. So I'm aware of a bearish count, right? And then when I see in front of my face the 21st of February high swing failure pattern, I'm taking the trade. At that moment in time, yes, I'm thinking more of the bearish Elliott wave count because this is the prime location for this to happen. The date, the swing failure pattern, all coming together as planned, alerts going off, updating my team within a minute. So on Elliott waves, yes, I did have a bullish count that saw a big pump, and that's still possible, by the way. The bullish count is still possible, hence why I still have a bullish count here. And it's just a simple requirement that we need to break out of $25,000, right? That's a major, requirement right now of a bullish count. So as always, I will have bullish and bearish counts, but I'm only ever trading one at a time. Yeah, I'm only trading one of my counts. So I'm aware of both, but I'm only trading one. And right now, I'm more focused on that bearish count. Okay. See what other question we have here. I should say, yeah, a lot of people are asking about Elliott wave. Is the bullish count still valid? Yes, the bullish count is still valid. It is still valid at the moment. It's not invalidated yet. Okay, so somebody here asked, Daniel, do you think we're heading into a recession? And my opinion on this is like, and I know I don't want people to take this out of context and feel like I'm heartless, but my honest answer is I'm not really, let's just talk about, like, for me, my trading brain, right? I really don't care if we go into a recession or not. Like, I'm not thinking, are we going to a recession? Yes or no? Like, for me, it's like, I couldn't care less if we go into a recession, yes or no. All I care about is my next levels to trade. So if we get a rise, I'll look to take a short. If we get a drop, I'll look to take a long. My thoughts are not, oh, we're going into a recession, I'm not going to take this long trade anymore. So yeah, maybe if I talk about this in a more of a context of a person, then I'd share more compassion. But for me as a trader that's talking about trading in this stream, like, it doesn't even cross my mind, are we in a recession, yes or no? It's like, I don't care. I'm still taking longs, I'm still taking shorts. All I care about is my next levels to trade. So to be honest, I don't care if we're in a recession, yes or no. I'm not even thinking about, are we going into one, yes or no. All I care about is, where's my next trade? Simply and honestly put, that's all I'm thinking about. Where's the next trade setup? When CC clothes shop? Not at the moment. Maybe in a few more months. So this guy says, hey, Daniel, I joined Chart Champions 3 years ago. Is your approach to the market changed since then? Yeah, I would say my approach and style changes quite regularly. Well, not regularly per se, but yeah, maybe like, yeah, really simply put, for example, the trader I was 3 years ago is not the trader I am today. I like to think I keep on improving. I keep on putting in hard work, and you never see me stop, right? That's one thing that you cannot say about me, is that I stop. Every single day, you'll see me trading. Every single day, you'll see I'm recording new statistics. I'm working on a new strategy. You know, there's something that you cannot hold against me. Whether you like me or not, I know a lot of people, you know, will not like me, and that's fine. I'm not here to be people's friends. I'm here to educate you at the end of the day and show you what's possible with trading. You know, some people are very envious. That's all I can imagine. Some people are very envious, and you know, they don't like it. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I am putting in hard work every single day. I am turning up every single day. I am not getting lazy. You know, if anything, I'm becoming more and more motivated every single day that passes. You know, I see a new opportunity to help. I'm out here helping, right? So it's like, for me, yeah, the trader that I am is different than I was 3 years ago, and it will be different in 1 year from now. Like at the moment, I'm recording statistics on the best tick sizes. So I'm running 4 different tick sizes, and I'm going to come out with statistical evidence of this is the best tick size to use. And that will give me another new massive another new massive advantage and edge in this market, because tick sizes is something completely custom and something that every trader is going to have different. So by myself taking statistics of what is the best tick size to use, I will have a statistical advantage upon every single other person in the market that has not put in the hard work to work that out. And I can guarantee you right now, 99% of traders are not putting in the hard work to do that statistics. Guess what? How do I know that? Because people used to mock and laugh at me, still do, for creating the CC Fibonacci level. Hey, Daniel, you're just rebranding this for marketing. No, I can honestly say that is not the case. I saw .65 not holding. It was the most popular Fibonacci level in the world, the .618 to the .65. And what happened? It became too overly popularized, everyone in the world using .65. So what happened? Price went slightly through, stopped out the majority of the world using that Fibonacci level, and then rose. So I'd done statistics. I was going from .68, .67, .66, right? .65. I'm running the statistics of what is statistically the best Fibonacci level to use, and it was the .66. I run the statistics on other Fibonacci levels, and it was that. And some people laugh, and some people mock and say, you're doing this because of market, you're doing this because of X, Y, and Z. And guess what? Did they put in the effort to run those statistics? No. So they can sit in their armchairs and talk while I'm on the pitch doing facts and taking money and winning trades. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what separates the best. That's what separates the X, Y, and Z traders from the champions, are who actually make money. We go the extra mile, we put in the extra effort, and guess what? We walk away with the biggest amount of profits. And those on their armchairs talking are envious of us as the champions winning. And it's as simple as that. Anyway, I digress. Am I a trader that I was 3 years ago? No, I'm different. And in 1 year, I expect to be another different trader again. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Keep doing your thing, Daniel. Bam. Yeah, let's go, team. Let's go, champions. Nah, truly though, I sometimes get a little bit like, you have to remember, I'm a truly competitive person, but also a very passionate person about what I love. And I truly love trading. I truly love analysis. Of course, I love chart champions as well. But for me, yeah, when I see some comments and people just truly uneducated, kind of, talking, it's just kind of does ruffle my feathers a little bit sometimes, but it's just like, yeah, focus on what we're here for at the end of the day, right? Focus on what we're here for, and, that's what I do. So, yeah. Shout out to Igor. He is back. He had to go feed his children, had to go feed his kids, and now he's back. This is a legendary trader right here, like my friends, my champions watching this. If you want to have some inspiration, Igor, lovely family, 3 kids, and still with 3 kids running his profits every day. Look at this, running in those profits, raking in those levels, and even with 3 kids having to go and feed them, he still finds times to crush these markets. Igor, we love you, my friend. Also, I did see comments from Rivalry and Severance, so we obviously love you too. But good to see all the coaches in here watching along. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. If you want to get these templates, these are the new templates made this week. So these are brand new templates from this week. If you want those, they are live now over on the website. If you want to get in on that new Elliott waves, then this, of course, is live on the website now too. If you want the daily live stream updates, the daily live stream updates are also now obviously live on the website because they're happening every single day. You know, the daily updates went from here to here. The daily updates are one of the biggest improvements that we've had, and the numbers and the stats don't lie. People have loved the new change that we've done on this. Well, basically got in the new coaches, right? But people have loved this. The stats don't lie. So for me, yeah, if you want to get in on those new daily updates, if you want to get in on the Elliott waves, if you want to get in on the, you know, the talking through the, you know, the updates more live in the time in the Discord, all of that and much more has been improved recently at Chart Champions. Come see for yourself. Come see for yourself and you will not be disappointed. That's all I'll say. I'm going to say thank you ever so much. I hope it has made sense to you. Hope you understand the little range that we've got going on in here, how this requires patience to see a SFB of either side or the failed auction. And if we don't get that, well, how we can start to come about our next levels. If you struggle with that, if you struggle with confidence, if you struggle marking out levels, if you just don't understand sometimes why you see a lot of support and it breaks straight through, well, that's what we're here to help you for. So if you struggle with any of that, if you don't understand sometimes why the moves are happening, if you want someone, a guiding light in front of you to lead the way, well, that's what we are here for at Chart Champions every day with our live streams. You know, I really feel that this is the case. If you were here a few days ago in that live stream, I truly would have been able to save you from taking a lot of bad long trades by recognizing this weekly is not going to hold, this MPOC is not going to hold, all of this at 21K is not going to hold, you know, short and chill. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you ever so much. I truly love you all. CC Pool. I'll end by saying this. Of course, I've stopped the clickbait. I've stopped the clickbait. I've stopped the crazy thumbnails. I've stopped all that stuff. So, of course, this does mean we do lose favor with the YouTube algorithm. It's as simple as that. The numbers don't lie. That truly clickbait does work. I've stopped that, put a stance against it. So all I will ask is for your help. Would be truly appreciated if you can actually give this video a like, if you can share this video on social media or with your friends and family. You know, share this video, give it a like, and it really does help because, yeah, by stopping the clickbait, which was thoroughly requested, you know, we've took a hit. We're going to lose viewership. It's a simple fact. So you can still help us out by, you know, sharing this video and giving it a like. It will truly help the algorithm at least the best we can, right? And show people, hey, you don't need to use clickbait. But yeah, our goal here is obviously to get a biggest reach as possible so we can truly help the biggest and most amount of people as possible. So yeah, help us on that goal. Let's change the world. Let's change the way the markets are viewed and traded. And together we really can do it. CC Paul, I love you all. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, let's get ready and stay patient for one of our next levels to be hit. Cheers, everybody. Thank you. And that's going to be me signing out. Have a good one. And well, I'll see you in the Champions live stream on Sunday. My next live stream is on Sunday. Of course, I'm a lot more focused, more professional, and more precise, we can also say, with the exact trading plan that I have. You have to remember this is a free public live stream at the end of the day. You know, I'm not giving my exact plans per se. Hope you understand why, and if you want more, you know where to get it, chartchampions.com. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, and have a good one. Goodbye.